Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Hugo Builds. For those of you who are new to the channel, we built this house and we've been living in it for about a year, and now I'm finishing the basement to get a tenant down here. So we're finishing it as an income property, as a secondary dwelling unit in our house. We are about 5 days away from that tenant moving in. We have so much work to do and so little time. Did we manage to get everything done? I'm not even sure yet. Hopefully, but you're gonna have to watch the rest of the video to find out. In the last video, we finished the kitchen here. We're just waiting on the countertops to come in. And the guy did come to measure everything, and we told him that the latest we could do was like 5 days before the move-in date because we still have to do the backsplash, so it's going to be tight. We have been doing a crap load of work down here in the past week to get the place finally done and ready for the tenant. So this video is gonna be all about that miscellaneous little stuff that needs to be done, like baseboards, trims, the bench back here, doors, staining the stair, etc., etc. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in this video, so stay tuned. Let's get to some baseboards and doors, I guess. What you generally want to do with pre-hung doors is, one, find a dude that actually knows what he's doing and watch his YouTube videos. If you're stuck on mine, what you want to do is first level on the hinge side. Everything is kind of based on the hinge side, and then you want to use your shims and don't bulge everything out. Make sure you have a long level to make sure everything's straight, and go from the bottom and then start with the top and then come back down the other side, and then just use your shims and make sure that the gaps on the doors are all exactly the same. That's it for pre-hung doors. They're actually meant to be pretty easy. Just make sure they're flush against the drywall on both sides, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. A little trick I like to do is that I cut just some scrap wood, something like this 1/2-inch plywood, and then I just tack on a few pieces to the front of my door. What this is going to do is that this is going to act as a little stop so it doesn't fall into the room, but it's also going to make sure that the door frame is flush with the drywall, so that when I do and go put my trim on, it won't have a bulge and I won't have to angle it and then caulk it and try to fill it in weird angles. It's just gonna be nice and flat between the door and the drywall, and we're gonna cover that gap. That's how you do it. That's 2 down. Got a couple more, so we're gonna keep chugging away. It is the next morning. This one was the one I did last night, and then I did the mechanical room door there as well. I did end up just trimming one door, just to kind of get a hang of it. Again, this morning, more of the same. We're just going to keep doing the baseboards and doors. This is some nice morning light. At some point, I'm gonna have to finish this bench. I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of hinge system to actually get this to open up. All right, let's get a single door frame done. These are super easy to do. They come pre-cut, as you can see, with the 45. What I've found in doing the others is that I need to take off about 1/8 of an inch for these, just because I assume that's probably just because of floor height. They give you a little extra so that you're not, stuck with short trim. So what I've been doing, which has been turning out pretty good, and that's the same technique I used upstairs, is that I use the top piece, which is cut to length. This one I haven't needed to modify. I try to eyeball it, center it on the door, based on these kind of little lines here where the joint happens. I can assume it's about 1/4 inch on each side. And then I leave about 1/4 inch reveal from the door frame. I just put one screw in the middle so that I have a little bit of play. And then I bring my sides in. I mark how much I need to cut. I cut that, and then I square everything off just by eye. You can use a level, but really what's most important is that all your reveals are the same all the way up. I'm just gonna pin this one in place at the top. And like I said, I just want this reveal to be about 1/4 inch all the way down. But before I pin the bottom here, since I do have my 45 up here, I'll get my other 45 clean, and I just want to maintain this 1/4 inch gap at the top. Alright, once you're happy with the location, just pin it in place properly. That's all. Time for a little break. I will show you guys what I have been up to. In the living room, I'm almost done the baseboards. My buddy Chris helped me out with the doors, so we got all those installed this morning. We even got the big double French doors for the bedroom closet installed. That was pretty daunting. I know those are kind of more difficult than just your typical pre-hung door to get installed, but we managed to get it, and now everything is nice and straight. It's been a long morning. I'm gonna go get some lunch, and we'll do the baseboards as soon as I get back. I got some food in me. I'm ready to tackle this room, especially when you're dealing with purely just rectangular square baseboards. They're super easy to install. There's really nothing to it. What I'm doing generally is I'm doing nothing fancy, no miter corners, nothing like that. I'm not even doing a quarter round. This is just a 1x6 MDF baseboard that has just a little bevel, and we're gonna run that all the way across the room. This room was super easy. It went super smoothly. It is such a beautiful day today. So we have proper light for filming in the basement. I probably would rather be at a cottage or outside or something, but nonetheless, we have 2 weeks to get everything done. So I am stretched pretty thin. What we are going to be doing today is this bench top I'm sitting on. It might seem pretty simple, and I'm hoping that it will end up being, but I'm not like a fine woodworker, and the walls here, nothing's really straight, and I want this to look nice and finished. Because the walls weren't perfectly straight, like I said, it's just 1/8 of an inch, but when this thing goes up, it's scratching the walls. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna make a 4-inch border on all the sides and the back, and that's gonna allow me to attach a hinge to that, and then it's just gonna be hinge top, and I'm gonna add a little gas strut in here to raise the door. We are in the garage, and we're gonna make a few cuts on the table saw. I don't think I've shared the garage much with you guys because it is often so messy, and I'm kind of embarrassed. I spent, a couple of days this summer cleaning everything up, building all these nice shelves and stuff, and then I let it get to this level of borderline hoarder just so we can keep the rest of the house clean. It's a dump. I have all my pieces cut now, and I'm about to put them into place, and this is just for the substructure. We're gonna put a 3/4 inch hardwood top on there, but I wanted to have a piece of plywood to solidify that, and then I could use that as my template to get everything perfect. And what I did behind here is I built just an extra little 2x4 structure to reinforce the hinge area, and that's gonna support that little 4-inch strip along the wall. So now I'm just about to secure the plywood. I'm not going to secure the two doors right away. Those I'm actually gonna lay the wood on top, and then I'm gonna run them through the table saw. We're using this hardwood flooring as the top for this thing. So now that everything is in place, all the plywood is cut to the proper size, I am going to start cladding. I've already cut a little strip of 4 inches at the back, a strip for here and for the side there that I have to glue down, and then I'm going to use just brad nails to secure that into place on top of PL, and then I'm going to cover these 2 panels. Well, I've been working on this for a couple of hours, and I think I have kind of moderate success. To the point where I'm happy with it. Probably from this distance, it looks really good. I still need to put a capping here, so I'm just gonna buy a piece of red oak to match. And then I'm gonna do like a lip that goes over the side. I used a piano hinge, which is these long hinges here. And that ended up working pretty good. I am pretty well done this thing. I put in a nice little trim at the front to match. This is actually red oak, and I front nailed this just to hide that exposed edge. And then I ran that all the way to the wall here so that there's no seams along the front. And then when I raise it up, you have that little strip on the side. I am pretty happy with how that turned out. I'm going to consider this thing done. I'll show you a list of what still needs to be done in the apartment as of today. Then we're going to just start tackling some of these small items. Are now in the process of the great purge and cleanup. So I think now that the doors are installed, everything is done other than the countertop and the backsplash, but that's gonna have to wait. So we're still waiting on that guy to come install the countertop. Izza is graciously helping me out, doing all the cleaning, scrubbing off all the dust that's been collecting down here for the past couple of months. We're gonna empty everything out. I was storing all my tools down here, a bunch of stuff that we just needed kind of on the day-to-day. We were working on this, but now we're emptying everything out. I'm gonna bring what I can to the garage, and then we're gonna start a massive cleanup because, like I said, we got 5 days. Closet is full of junk that needs to go. Bathroom looks good though. Izza did a really good job on that.
It's not done.
Not done. You heard it here. The bedroom still has a bunch of protective mats that need to go in the trash. And then the mechanical room got a nice big cleanup. We are getting rid of everything. What do you think of the black doors that you painted?
I think that you should vacuum all the cupboards.
Wah, wah. For some of you, this is like porn. that's it. That's all for the basement, guys. I guess we didn't quite get it done, but we almost get it done. So the counters came in today. The sink just needs to be plumbed, so the guy's gonna come in maybe today or tomorrow. And the only little thing that we didn't get done, as you can see, is the backsplash. The counters were a little bit too tight on time, but we're gonna get that done next week once the tenant is in, and I think everything should be good to go. I guess this is gonna be the last video of the basement build. We're all done. It's been kind of a long 4-month or more journey, and it turned out really good. We're super happy with how it turned out. We found a great tenant. I guess we'll get back to upstairs videos now and all sorts of random things. So one more thing, like always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and one last thing, if you want to be notified every time we make a new video, hit that little subscription bell. That's it for me. Nope.
Cut.
See you guys later.